So we're just in the process of jet washing the facade. We've sprayed it with an anti-mousse, anti-mould solution to get all the old 70 years of muck off of it, and then we're just washing it so we get a good adhesion on the render. So I thought I'd just take a quicker look at what the actual process is. So on the previous render we've got a primer. The blockwork you don't need any, which is why it isn't yellow. And then obviously we've masked off all the windows because we don't want render on that. And then we've put in the stop bead as well. So we've got these nice cream coloured stop beads that tie in with the colour choice of the render. So we can, should look pretty slick when it's complete. So we've done all this elevation. We've got a bit more primer to put on the concrete here. So this elevation, once that's done, will be ready for the render. And we've got the stop bead on the far corner all the way down, nice and straight. So this is the elevation ongoing, starting at the top and working our way down with the spray, trying to work around the downpipes. And I've taken the downpipe off on the right hand side just because it's easier to access, but as you can see how it's going to look, that elevation compared to that elevation. So we're now stripping the scaffold on this elevation. That's it done. All the slate, the render, windows, painting. So that facade is finished. The one to the right is also finished. Just need to strip the scaffold tomorrow. And we're just erecting some towers here because this part, which is obviously new block work, but it is in fact part of the mill, so we're going to do an imitation stone. So it will be render, but in theory it should look like the surrounding stone. So we shall see how successful we are in doing that.
Well, here I am at the rear of the mill and looking at our newly rendered silo building. It's certainly looking so different. Who'd have thought that, a year ago it had 2 floors and a roof on top of that building, and it's been taken down. It's had just so much work over the past year and a bit, and now it's looking absolutely stunning. what with its newly rendered walls and all of its new windows and doors and the balcony, and it's at the very top you'll see the slate. That is behind that we've got a lovely rooftop terrace, so with the most stunning views of the countryside and the river. And yeah, I keep kind of looking at the silo all the time and just can't believe the transformation. So we're on with putting the zinc downpipes back on. You can see we've got 1 3/4 on there, and tidying up, getting rid of all the rubbish now. We've still, you can see the building on the right there, the grey building, that's still looking a little ugly, and that's the old office building, and that's still, the outside is still to be done, so we're still talking to planning about that. They did want some kind of wood siding on there, but given that it sits right next to the water and is not easy to get to, we're trying to look at either a metal siding or even render it the same as the silo itself. So that's still to be finalised before we can get that done. But as I say, absolutely over the moon with Miguel, the renderer, and the quality of the finish he's given us on this silo. So the other thing he's actually done is, if you remember, we built on the back of what is now the gîte, and that was breeze block, and he's actually put a rendering finish on it to make it look like the rear wall. Now the rear wall, you can see, still needs a lot of work. We still need to clean it all down and re-joint it, but he actually has put this fantastic finish on here, and he's made it look like we've got old style lintels on top of the door and bottom of the door and of the window, and a stone look finish. And I think you'll agree he's done a fabulous job. And once we get this wall all cleaned up, it should blend in beautifully. But again, what a transformation. To think this area here, it had an old kind of wood walkway which had collapsed, and it was quite a mess. You can see where the concrete there actually joined up, so that is all got to be all cleaned down and, as I say, regrouted, and it should come up really, really nice. You can see underneath here, this is the fosse septique that we put in for all of the waste. That's all encased in concrete. So eventually the plan is to use this metal here, this grid work, which is the same grid work that we actually put on the bottom of the master balcony that you saw at the back of the silo, and we're going to use this as kind of like a little balcony here as well, so that the gîte will have its own little outside balcony to use. So that's the plan. That's on the very long list. Yeah, let's in here, and I can turn around. You can see the side of the silo as well. We've got a beautiful day here today. The sun is shining, and yeah, I just kind of keep coming out here and can't help smiling at the difference. It really makes you feel that, you know, we're moving on, things are getting completed, and because, you know, we work 7 days a week, and sometimes you feel like you're just not getting anywhere, and then you suddenly turn around and we've got a beautiful silo building. What was once such an ugly reinforced concrete building is now looking stunning, and you realise you are actually making headway. You are actually getting nearer that finish line, and it kind of remotivates you again. So yeah, so happy days, very happy days, and yeah, onwards and upwards. So hopefully we will soon be actually living in the mill itself. That's what we're really pushing for now, to be inside the actual mill. So, and it's not far off now, so we're getting there. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed our update, and please like and subscribe, and have a great weekend, and lots of love to you all.